back to Hannity now. For all of President Obama's talk about paying your fair share and all of crazy Uncle Joe's yammering about paying taxes being your patriotic duty, it's obvious that neither of them are heeding their own advice. Now, earlier today, the tax returns of the first and second couples were released. Now, the documents indicate that the President and Mrs. Obama reported making a combined gross income of $608,000 in 2012. In addition, they paid just over $112,000 in total taxes, which equates to an 18.4% tax rate. That, by the way, is less than what they paid in the year prior. And as for the Vice President, Mrs. Biden, now they raked in a combined gross income of $385,000, the top 1% that they are. And out of that, they only paid $88,000 in federal taxes, which also amounts to an 18.4% rate. And while the Obamas donated more than $150,000 to charity, or about 24.6% of their income, take a look at this. That cheapskate, Joe Biden, is back at it again. They could barely scrape together a little more than $7,000, which is only 1.87% of their income for charity. And by the way, that included old clothes and old dishes and pottery. Now, that's an increase, by the way, from the 1.5% the cheapskates donated last year. Gee, thanks a lot, Joe. Your patriotic duty. You're really leading by example. Anyway, joining us now to go through all of this, we have Tucker Carlson from the Daily Caller, Fox News political analyst Kirsten Powers. Guys, by the way, great job on the weekend. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you. With Fox and Friends Weekend. Now, first of all, let's go to the 18.4%. I'm telling you, I am paying state, local, federal taxes. I pay 60 cents of every dollar I make.
Well, I mean, by the way, taxes are due Monday, okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of us have this on the brain. How could you pay 18% tax on $600,000? That just doesn't even make any sense. You're taking some very aggressive deductions. By the way, this president has just floated the idea of making a mandatory 30%, just federal tax on the top 1% of which he is a member of the Buffett. This is outrageous.
I checked it with my account. I'm well above that.
Well, so how did this work? How did he pull this off? I would want to tail something.
All right, maybe I need his account.
I do, too.
Why do I think if I had an 18% tax rate, Powers, that one of your liberal friends would be, handcuffing me and perp walking me and throwing me in the clinker?
Yeah, I don't think so. Look, are you suggesting that Obama's not paying his fair amount of taxes? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying for the guy that lectures that, well, the 1%, I can afford to pay a little bit more, skin in the game, fair share, that he's only paying 18.4%. I want to know why. Why doesn't he donate up to the 39% that he said we should have?
Well, that's because people don't donate taxes just because. I mean, I support raising taxes on the rich, but I'm not going to pay more in taxes if I don't have to. And
why not?
Why not? I think people who don't support government health care should stop taking Medicare. I mean, no. It's like if they paid into it, they're going to take it, right? It's not.
There are those of us that have to pay our taxes, and I pay every cent that I'm obligated to pay and more.
And are you saying he's not paying every cent he's obligated to pay?
No, I'm saying that if he only paid 18.4%, he ought to at least go up to the 39% that he says is our fair share.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not paying all he's obligated to pay. He's a moral obligation to live up to his own standard. And if he's saying the top 1% ought to pay 30% in federal tax, he ought to lead by example and do the same. And he's not. He's clearly taking deductions.
Yeah, I think he should just do his legal obligation, which is to pay what he's legally obligated to pay.
Shouldn't he stop lecturing the rest of us to do our fair share, whatever that is?
But if the tax rate was changed, then he would pay more.
Right,
I mean, he's not.
Wait.
Let's go to Obama.
He's waiting.
Because why should he pay taxes that he doesn't owe?
Because he's a patriotic American. That's the lecture that he gives the rest of us. If you're a good person, you'll pay taxes.
Let's go to what Tucker said. Let's go to the montage. Here's Obama. Fair share, 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 fair share.
If everybody is getting a fair shot, everybody has a chance to do better. We can build an economy that gives everybody a fair shot.
When we talk about everybody paying their fair share, Americans who can afford it should pay their fair share.
Fair play and shared responsibility. I think that's a fair approach. Americans who can't afford it should pay their fair share.
Fair play and shared responsibility. That's what we're about. We've got to make sure that we've got a tax system that reflects everybody doing their fair share.
Or are we better off when everybody gets a fair shot?
And then we got Joe Biden lecturing us. That cheapskate weasel that he is, 1.7%. This is ridiculous. Listen to this.
Anybody making over $250,000 is going to pay more.
You got it. It's time to be patriotic, Kate. time to jump in, time to be part of the deal, time to help get America out of the rut. And the way to do that is they're still going to pay less taxes than they paid under Reagan.
What a joke.